Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today's video is going to be about Vechain, VET. And now my question of today is, are you holding any Vechain right as we speak, or are you not? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see you guys' answers, and let's get into the video. So for all of you that do not know, Vechain is a cryptocurrency, and right now it is ranked 25th at about 0.008367 and minus 4% on the day. Now, Vechain is also a coin that I've covered on the channel multiple times, at least 100 times before, and I'm assuming that most of y'all are familiar with it. Now, I used to do videos on Stellar, Vechain, Digibyte, Cardano, yada yada yada, and in a lot of those videos, I used to explain why I bought the coins. However, for a very long time now, I've been focusing a little bit more on XRP and really kind of general crypto news instead of coin specific. And a lot of you guys don't know the coins I'm invested into and buying, and that's what these videos are for, to explain to you guys again why I'm invested in some of these coins and why I'm still buying them to this date, or even buying a little bit more of them right as we speak. And if you guys are enjoying these daily crypto videos, please support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribe, and let's get into some more info. So to start off, whenever we're talking about Vechain, I think it's easiest to first take a small look at what Vechain is, then look over into some of their partnerships, and then look into Vechain a little bit more. So, I had the perfect citations, but now I lost it, whatever. What is Vechain? Vechain is a blockchain platform designed to enhance supply chain management and business processes. Its goal is to streamline these processes and information flow for complex supply chains through the use of distributed ledger technology. The Vechain platform has two tokens, Vechain Token and Vechain Thor Energy. The former is used to transfer value across Vechain's network, and the latter is used as energy or gas to power transactions, which is very often seen with or compared with Ethereum and how they do it. So now that you have a small idea of what Vechain is, not too much, I want to quickly just take a little dive into what type of partnerships they have. And as you can see here, they have some strategic partners, some general partnerships going on, and these guys are definitely not taking it easy on the partnerships that they have. And as you can see here, it's no small joke here. They got some huge players we've all heard about, and we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. And this is not a full list, most likely, but it's a little bit of an idea of some of the huge partners that they have. If you just type in Vechain Partnerships and you go scrolling through, you'll find more of them, but this is to give you guys an idea. Key takeaways from what Vechain is. Vechain is a blockchain platform for business processes such as supply chain and product lifecycle management that aims to provide a 360-degree view of an organization by disintermediating information from data silos. In the future, it plans to become a platform for ICOs and for conducting transactions between Internet of Things devices. Now, as I said before, Vechain has two tokens. Now, we also must look a little bit into understanding Vechain to really, understand what it does and why we're so bullish on Vechain and what makes it so special. So, we've been hearing supply chain here and there a little bit, but let's dive a little bit deeper. Vechain's white paper states that its goal is to build a trust-free and distributed business ecosystem platform to enable transparent information flow, efficient collaboration, and high-speed value transfers in business processes. Supply chain data for business processes are currently compartmentalized in silos among multiple stakeholders, and this affects the information inflow, or just flow in general, which is again divided among stakeholders. And this is quite obvious, right? If there's multiple parties, or if it's compartmentalized in different silos among different holders, it's pretty obvious to see that this all slows it down, and it really kind of messes it up. It makes it more full of friction, really. According to Vechain's white paper, blockchain technology can break asymmetric information problem and allow ownership of data to return to and empower its owner. The Vechain platform claims to provide a 360-degree view of necessary information linked to a product and its business processes, such as storage, transportation, and supply, to authorized stakeholders and create greater market transparency. For example, the platform can be used to track quality, authenticity, storage temperature, transportation medium, and last mile delivery of a medicine pack or an alcohol bottle right from the manufacturing facility through the final delivery to end customer. So I gotta actually expand on that a little bit. Now, most of what you'll see and most of what you'll find in these partnerships list is actually literally about that part. It's about the part where we're talking about supply chain management and being able to see a whole process from start till end. And one of the easiest examples to make, I would say, is right down over here at the bottom with Walmart China. Because one thing we've been seeing over there is that within this partnership, what they've done, you can see here, with the help of the Vechain Thor blockchain, Walmart China launched the Walmart China blockchain traceability platform. Products from 23 different product lines are tracked using Internet of Things and blockchain from source to retail stores, offering customers a new level of trust and confidence in the products they buy. Walmart's goal is to have 50% of all packaged meats, 40% of vegetables, and 12.5% of seafood tracked using Vechain Power Platform by the end of 2020. And this is actually a pretty damn big thing. And the same goes for Norway in a box here, making use of My Story. And I don't know if we'll explain My Story here a little bit later. I don't think so. But basically, most of what the things you find that have such a name, they're just talking about history, basically, or supply chain management. They're talking about a history of a certain product. So, for example, they had a partnership with Adidas that's mostly authenticity. Just like you can prove that it's the real thing. But then a couple of other partnerships, for example, with milk producers. In the milk stores, you can see where exactly the milk that you're buying right now came from, what exact cow and how that cow was raised, what it got fed and all that type of stuff. And the same goes for a couple of wine companies that they're partnered up with. You can see exactly what type of grape the wine was made from, and that's all included in My Story. Let's read this little part and then we're done with the explanation. To accomplish this goal, Vechain uses smart chips, or RFID, which is radio frequency identification, tags and sensors which broadcast key information onto the blockchain network that can be accessed in real time by authorized stakeholders. The application of sensors means that all parameters related to the product can be constantly monitored, and problems, if any, can be communicated back to the relevant stakeholders. Manufacturers and customers are informed if a drug packet is stored outside a prescribed temperature range, allowing for service improvements and better quality control. In another example, the Vechain platform can enable automobile owners to own their data and use it to negotiate better terms and policies with their insurance companies. So again, it's just to get yourself kind of involved with everything, to kind of authenticate everything, to know about everything, make sure that all the information is there, that you know as much as you possibly can, and make it all work as an advantage to your own good. And that's again why I'm in love with Vechain. If you're not kind of loving the story I just told you, then this is not the coin for you. I just really, really love the idea of being able to authenticate things. Like when I, for example, get a shoe, I want to know it's a real. If I'm buying a shoe secondhand, for example, or a big giveaway is going on, for example, I want to be able to authenticate that. I wanted to curse. Let's say that shoe, right? And if there's something else, I want to be able to authenticate that. But scratch that. What I want even more is for any package that I order, right, to be able to be traced, right? That's one thing, right? Because, okay, that's just normal tracing. But I want to take it a step further. Once I got it, I want to know exactly where it came from. Why? Well, it's just a cool statistic, but also it just adds a lot of legitimacy to the thing you purchased. And, just think about it a little bit further. Why would it be nice to get things all sorted out for you, right? Why would it be nice to get all the grape info? Well, you're buying something, so it's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. Amazing, just kind of necessary now that I know it's possible to get all the information about it, because you want to kind of enjoy it more and have a more wholesome experience with it all. And to have more information is always a good thing when we were talking about this type of stuff. that's again just a little bit of a small explanation of what Vechain is all about. It's really damn freaking good. It really is, guys. It really, really sounds like that as well. And now, a part we shouldn't forget, of course, is how they work in terms of governance, but I'm going to leave that for another video, as that's not the point of today. Governance, I believe they're doing completely fine as, or in, and it's not something I'm concerned with, and it's also not necessarily why I decided to buy Vechain. Why I didn't really buy it is because their partnerships are ridiculously huge, billions of dollars in partnerships here. Renault, Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, BMW, DB Schenker, Kuehne & Nagel, China Unicom, not too familiar with that one actually. DIG, which is direct imported goods. China national level partnership, they got that. BitOcean, not too familiar with that all too much, but they're, a thing with ATMs. Yida China Holdings Limited, National Research Consulting Center. PwC, again, here is where we're talking about $40 billion a year in revenue. DNVGL, again, $2 billion a year in revenue. These guys are no joke. These guys are working with Vechain, and this is freaking huge. Huge, my guys, huge. And just knowing as well that supply chain is going to be getting more and more important. Because if you think about it, 40 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, most of the luxuries you had concerning supply chain weren't there. Like 40 years ago, computers and anything along those lines, getting an email of when your package was going to get there, nah, they didn't exist. And 10 years ago, you probably couldn't track your package like you could right now. And I think that's only going to get more and more important as well, obviously speaking, because, well, people are more curious as we move on. People want more info, people want more, and we can give them more. And thus, this is just something that's only going to grow and grow over the years. That's a fact. And also the price very often looks very, very damn juicy. And I would say it's still at quite a low spot over at the 25th position, where there's still a lot of room for growth, or at least a lot more than there is for example, XRP, which is at the 4th position. It's a lot more difficult for them to move upwards. For Vechain, I would not be surprised if it ever became a top 10 coin. Would not be something I would look up from. It's not that strange. Now here's a couple other places where you can find some really interesting info. Just vechain.org. Some more on Investopedia / Vechain in the end. Here, this one is from Vechain Insider. All these websites have a cool amount of info on Vechain, and the amount of articles that are coming out, I would not say it's 10 out of 10. For example, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, people are just spamming articles about those, and you can read up all day and still not finish it all. Vechain, though, I would say a good article comes out every 2 or 3 days, meaning you won't get the amount of updates you will get from other coins, but that might also be because their marketing jets are not that turned on. Now, I would have said the same about Cardano a little while ago, but I believe they turned their marketing jets on maybe a week or two ago, when everything starts to do really, really good, maybe a month ago or so, because the amount of news Cardano has been getting is just over the top now in comparison to a little bit more than a month ago, or maybe a little bit more than 2 months ago. It's just a huge shift. And really, at one point in the future here, we're going to be seeing that for Vechain as well. People are really starting to notice how huge Vechain is going to be, and how the price is looking pretty damn juicy as well. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick, knock up or no, thumbs up or notice, whatever, that I'm holding this coin, and wanted to let you guys know about it, just for the sake of if you were wondering, right? If you weren't wondering, well, now you know some useless information then. And I don't have any expectation of profits. Again, most of my coins that I'm holding are long-term holds. So what I do is I look for a solid price with my simple TA. And once I got a solid price range, I'm going to look for what exactly it's going to be doing. And then I decide for what my purchasing plan is. Now with Vechain, I've been holding them for, by the way, there's been a shift here. Vechain used to be something else, at least the coins used to be 1,000 times less. So they forked, or at least they did something, and now they have 1,000 times more coins, which of course changed the price. And that's also why it looks a little bit differently now, but that's, again, just look it up, Ven to Vet, all the way back in 2018 that happened. But as I want to say, I'm holding this one for long term, and I'm checking out the prices. And what I mostly do is I check what's a good range for me to buy at. Then I wait a little bit to see what's going to happen for the next maybe month or so. And then I've determined my real range. And then I decide to most likely buy my way down. So every time it dips a little bit lower, I buy some more. With Vechain right now, I've not gotten a lot of buying opportunities that were solid, but in this area, I had, I believe, 1 or 2 of my buys hit, and 2 is a lot because I usually spread them out quite far. However, I've been accumulating Vechain for a longer while, and thus, yeah, it doesn't matter too much. You can see here the price. We've already doubled sort of in the last month or so, and a lot of good is to come for Vechain. But guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to put the notification bell on as well.